If you've ever watched high-level jiu-jitsu and you're wondering how do these black belts just teleport to the back of their opponents, it's called a Berimbolo, and I'm going to teach you how to do it today. It's really important that we put the time into learning this movement now so that when we get to the black belt level, we're not in some deep waters, we're very comfortable and we can apply this concept easily. I'm going to break it down for you guys in a short amount of time using 3 main steps. 1, the fundamental movement we need to make a Berimbolo work. 2, how to enter the Berimbolo from a guard position. And then 3, finishing the Berimbolo when we're in a double-seated position. Learning these 3 concepts will help you learn Berimbolos really quickly and start implementing it into your game straight away. The first thing we need to learn is an inversion, which is the key movement we need to learn how to Berimbolo, okay? It's not some black magic, it's really simple. What we want to start looking to do is rolling over our shoulders like this. What we want to start doing is thinking about putting our toes onto the mat and rolling over the blades of our shoulders. If I try to roll over my shoulders with my head in the way, this will never work. I'm looking like a silly sausage over here, okay? What I need to start doing is tucking my chin as I do it, okay? This is a key detail, all right? A lot of people, when I try to teach Berimbolos, they were like, I can't invert. It's actually really easy, and even people who are bigger can do it too, okay? What I want to start doing is keeping my legs decently extended. They don't have to be 100%, just decently extended. What I want to now do is tuck my chin and try to think about rolling over the blades of my shoulders. Don't worry about the toes for now, just do the shoulders. If you can do that movement, you can Berimbolo, okay? We're going to start training it to where we can eventually do it where one toe will be on the mat as we go through, okay? I need at least one foot on the mat as we're going through the Berimbolo, right? My left foot first and then my right foot. If you can do this movement, you can learn how to Berimbolo. We're going to start looking at now how to get to a Berimbolo from a guard position, okay? The easiest guard to get to a Berimbolo is from a De La Riva, and what we need is to get into a double-seated position because that's where most Berimbolos start. So what we're going to start is in a De La Riva. I'm going to take my inside hand behind the knee. My outside hand is going to grab at the ankle as I get this De La Riva position, okay? When we're consolidating De La Riva, just focus on knee to knee for now. A lot of people get the hook in. What's most important is knee to knee because I can use it for off balances, okay? When we want to get to a deep De La Riva, when my leg comes all the way through, if you notice, I had to create an angle. So we'll just turn around a bit. I'm never going to enter deep De La Riva unless I'm really flexible, just staying square with my partner. It's just not going to work, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a combination of a pushing grip with my outside leg pushing onto his knee. As my De La Riva hook will swing myself to a far De La Riva hook, okay? Obviously, we have to worry about knee bars, okay? Or like saddle entries. If Seb sits in here, I'm pretty much giving him a saddle entry, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to be very vigilant with our outside hand. Stand up. When we're in this position, if I see Seb trying to sink his weight into me, I'm going to post in the back of his knee. Try to lock up your saddle now. Very hard, right? I can push, I can take the back from here, okay? We always just need to monitor this far leg. As well, just go back. If we're in this deep De La Riva like this, and we're worried about entries like that, we can always shrink our hook as well. If I see Seb trying to go back, I'll shrink my hook. Try to knee bar me now. There's nothing here, right? So when we're here, it's safe as long as we're only here momentarily. My outside leg is now going to swing with my shoelaces to the far hip. And I've got this kind of, sort of like a pizza kind of shape that I want to think about. I've got this kind of pizza shape from the De La Riva, okay? I've still got my hands in place. And what I want to do is prop up to my elbow as I extend my legs and kick step backwards, okay? What you'll notice when we start from the double-seated position is this is the starting position for a Berimbolo. So just one more time, I'll go through it quickly. Seb standing up, I take my knee and my ankle grip as I get my De La Riva. What I want to do is push on the knee as I get my deep De La Riva hook, okay? Sometimes I won't always reach it. As long as I'm far deep enough, we'll be able to get the sweep. From here, what I want to start looking to do is get my shoelaces to the hip. I want to prop up and extend Seb. From here, I can get the sweep, and we're going to start looking at Berimbolos. All right, for the final step, we're going to look at boloing from the double-seated position, okay? This is the moment we've all been waiting for, all right? We've set it up, we've learned the invert, we're going to now bolo, all right? So same thing as the De La Riva. I've got my hook in here, pretty much a De La Riva hook, just from seated. My leg weaves through, getting my shoelaces to the inside of Seb's thigh here. What I'm going to now look to do is do this same invert motion, where I'm going to control the ankle, and I'm going to control the knee, except I'm going to go for an invert instead of the sweep that we did from De La Riva. So I invert, and I come up to this position where I'm onto my shoulder. My outside leg, same thing we did from De La Riva. It's all the same motion. I'm going to get my shoelaces, touching the far side. And I've got this pizza shape around his thigh. I want us to think of Berimbolos like pizzas when we're beginning, okay? Just getting this pizza shape around his leg, okay? From here, what I'm gonna look to do is finish our motion, okay? Where we go through the invert. I can start looking for the back. One thing that's gonna make our life so much easier is using this far hand to grab Seb's far thigh, okay? If I just try to go for the invert here without making any connection to Seb's body, it's very easy for him to push me away, and I've just lost a De La Riva. I've done all this effort for pretty much nothing, okay? When I'm here, and I'm going for my Berimbolo, what I want to do is reach this hand. I'm just going to grab something. A lot of the times I'll grab the tricep. The best grip we can get, however, is the far side of the hip. Do you see how I shut down all this space? If Seb Chow tries to run away, I'm very attached to him here. I'm always attached in this position. From here, I go for my invert, where I roll over my shoulders, and I end with my legs facing this way. All I want to now do is scissor my legs. So a lot of people struggle with this part. What I need to do is scissor my legs. This leg is going towards Seb's head as my inside leg back heels. Do you see how it puts tension in his hips? This is the movement we need to finish the Berimbolo, okay? Put tension in his hips. I'm gonna plant my feet onto the floor as my knees turn out. Plant and turn. I can see Seb's back. Good rule of thumb, if I can see my partner's back, I can take his back, all right? My bottom hook feeds through, I extend, and catch the back, okay? That last part's probably the hardest part, so we're gonna go through that bit again, all right? We've all done the beginning. We did it from De La Riva. This is the same thing, just on the floor. From here, I invert, catch, and get to this position. What I wanna now do is this top leg is gonna go forward as the back leg comes back. Important detail, I always wanna stay on the hamstring. I never wanna do this on the calf. If I try doing it on the calf, I'm gonna lose the position and Seb's gonna turn into me. So all the time, I wanna make sure that we're doing our Berimbolo on the inside of the knee. Scissor my legs, stamp my feet to the floor as my knees turn inwards. You see how much space I've got to take the back? I can see all of Seb's massive back and I can take it, okay? My bottom leg is gonna feed through for my bottom hook. I'm gonna get diagonal control and I'm just gonna extend his legs as I take the back. Just to recap what we learned. First thing we learned is how to do the inversion, where we're rolling over our shoulders, keeping our toes on the mat. What we learned after that is getting the De La Riva, turning it into a double-seated position, where we get our legs through, thinking of the pizza shape, and then we're gonna extend with our legs to get them onto their hips. From there, once we're in that double-seated position, we can use our invert and the De La Riva motion we just learned to get to the Berimbolo. We're gonna scissor our legs, put our feet to the mat, turn the knees in, and then we're gonna take the back from there, okay? You've just learned how to Berimbolo in under 10 minutes. This is ridiculously easy. I want you guys to learn this as quick as possible so that you're not left behind when you get up to that black belt level. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm trying to post more informative content on YouTube so you guys can keep up to date, watch my jiu-jitsu reels, learn jiu-jitsu, get better, start hitting your goals.